What's up, homies? We are back today. I'm just giving you guys a little update of what's going on. This is the one coilover that I made that's in the car right now. That little hybrid crap that I made. It's pretty alright. But one of the S12 homies. Whoops, let me focus that. Focus. There we go. Yeah, one of the S12 homies was telling me that the bracket connected to the lower control arm has to be welded for reinforcement because it's a shock tower, not a coilover tower. So the welds were made to withstand the pressure of, shock. Shock is not stiff. Shock goes down with spring to make this, technically like 1 + 1 = 2, but I got 1 + 1 = 2 right here, as in this is the, wait, no, 1 + 1, yeah, wow, I can't do math right now, wow. Okay, disregard the math. Wow, I'm retarded, man. But yeah, I just did the other side. Other side's popping. Other side's popping. Just got that in. Nice and legit. Crusty coils, but it's alright. Clearance, it's all good. Like I said, I got that little bushing up there. Forgot to put the flash on, so I can't give you all the close-up. But, yeah. But, oh yeah, what I wanted to say, the homie was telling me about the bracket attached to the bottom of the lower control arm, blah, blah, blah. And, if you're watching this, homie, I might have to disagree with you on welding the bottom bracket because the bottom bracket's actually bolted to the lower control arm. It's bolted, this whole thing right here. This bracket's bolted. I will admit that the metal's pretty thin, but let's see. I can't really, do much. This bolt is not going to be used. Got to get a bolt to fit that. That fits that flush. It's kind of on an offset, as you can see, but for the most part, once I get a bolt in there, it should correct itself because this is a bushing, so the bushing will be a little off, a little ways off, but hopefully that doesn't destroy the bushing. If anything, I'll probably get new craps, but I don't know. We'll see how this works, homies. But I don't have to weld. It's a bracket bolted. The only welds are right up in there, but the bracket is still bolted up. This weld right here is only a weld to put for like a little collar for the bolt to go through, so it's straight, connected to the lower control arm. So this is all just one big piece that bolts. So I might I'm gonna weld some washers to the end for reinforcement. Once I get the bigger bolt, I'll have to taper these bolts with my tapered bit, or my stepless drill bit to make the bolt holes the proper size for the bolt that I'm going to use to go through the little connecting, I guess, aluminum insert piece on the bottom of the coilover. And then once that's done, I get the washer that fits the size that's flush, weld all the way around on both sides, so I have a sturdy base for the coilover bottom. And as for the top's pretty legit. I have two bushings. I have the bushing on top. I have the bushing right here on top. You can see that. And then I also have this bushing on both sides. This is the same for both coilovers too. So, and I have a bushing right here. Pretty much the same thing as the S12 stock-ish. Let me focus that. Yeah, boom, boom, and then the double bolts, just because S12, Y'all homies know what it is if you have an S12. But yeah, same on both sides. It's legit. But as for the welding to reinforce the top, all I'm going to do is I'm going to probably start right here, grind all this metal clean, probably get this off somehow. When the time comes, I'll do that, probably just bend it back, honestly. And here, grind all that metal clean, the lip goes all the way around, and then I'm going to stitch weld with my stick welder, with my arc welder. I'm going to stitch weld all the way around here, and same for the other side too. Stitch weld, grind this all where this lip is, grind it all clean metal, and then stitch weld all the way around. And hopefully that should give me enough reinforcement just for safety. I was going to try to see how long the shock tower would last without welding, but I'm gonna take the homie's advice and weld at the top, but the bottom I don't think I have to weld. And if you're watching this, homie, I forgot. I can't look at the tap of talk right now to see exactly whose name it was, but in my head I know who it is. I think it was 2 people that were commenting. But if you know who you are by what I'm talking about right now with what we were talking about on the forum, just let me know if you think that, my path, the path that I'm taking is legit. Because, nice stitch weld at the top. The bottom seems pretty dope with the washers and stuff for reinforcement. Might weld a little bar in between the 2 pieces where the bolts, just so they don't like compress or expand or anything. I guess with stress over time. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll fit in there. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys a little update of what's going on. Like I said, both coils are popping. Coil number 1 popping. I just cut out that little part of the wheel well just so the coil can stick out. And then coil number 2. Crusty coils, man, but I'm using what I got from the garage, basement, junkyard parts, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's on a little offset. Hopefully this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I think I'll be alright. Because how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna take the bolt out once I get all the stuff to make this bottom connecting thingy for the coil legit. I'll just put it in, and then I'll just probably use my jack to maneuver the coil as I jack it up so it goes into the holes that I drilled. Put the bolts, washers, and freaking bushings and everything. Hopefully it shall be legit. I really believe, homies, that this is the S12. How you can use your S13 coils if you just got these parts. If you just, or find another way to do the same exact thing with different parts. If you can make them or buy them or something. But I really think that this is pretty legit, because clearance is not an issue. I thought clearance in between the lower control arm, this was going to be an issue, but it's actually pretty dope. As of right now, there's no clearance, and the suspension only goes up. And since that this lower control arm's on an offset, it goes up like diagonally. It's not like this horizontally to the frame. It's like almost at I guess like a 45. I don't know. Goes up. So technically, as this goes up, the space in between the lower control arm and the coilover goes like this, and then it goes like this. The spacing never actually gets any closer unless the coilover drops to the ground. If you know what I mean. If you can visualize what I'm talking about, you guys I know you guys will agree with me. It's on a freaking angle. Diagonals, hypotenuse, triangles, Illuminati. Illuminati help me do this. So, like and subscribe, homies. Let me know what you think. Like I said, any S12 homies that have any words for me, just let me know what you guys think is popping with this coilover setup. S13 coils on S12. So like and subscribe, homies, and have a nice day.